nature of this program, viewer discretion is advised.
There we go. We don't use Steam Labs I don't use Steam Labs anymore to do the game streaming. So like, I feel like a noob back with Streamlabs. I'm using OBS. Hi guys, welcome. We are live.
Hola, ¿cómo estás?
The window capture screen is all sorts of fucked up.
I was gonna say there's something going on there.
Yeah,
15 days till Christmas.
How many? 15?
No, it's like not even.
Yeah,
Is
it's like
13.
7.
13
Like...
No, yeah, it's like 10 or something. You lying pig! How dare you hurt my?
The counter we have in the living room says 17 still. It's been like that for 4 days now.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, is it an automatic counter?
No, you have to change the blocks yourself.
Oh, I was like, well, you might have a problem because
I didn't put it there, so I don't know.
Yeah, we got craziness right now going on with the screen because YouTube is just being a fucking oy vey or Streamlabs.
You got premium?
Of course I have.
I'm just fucking out because I see.
You think my ADD is going to allow time for ads? We are reviewing a movie today. How are you guys doing, and what have you been watching?
I'll go. I watched Don't Be a Menace while drinking your juice Don't Be a Menace in South Central while drinking your
I
juice.
was going to say, I'm going to have to correct you if you don't say it right.
That's a good fucking
Such
movie.
a good fucking movie. The Wayans brothers really did have some genius in their early works, didn't they?
They did.
Yeah.
Oh my
and then
God.
after that, I watched Idiocracy.
You know
That's
what?
a really good one.
I don't feel that movie holds up as well as everybody likes to make it seem it does.
Really? I thought it was a decent movie still.
I think it's a good movie.
It's not bad. It's not
the greatest.
Yeah, it used to be like you would watch it and it's like, this movie's fucking hilarious. And now it's like,
I never thought it was hilarious. I always thought it was really funny though. It's not fucking like hilarious where it makes me laugh and everything. There's some of the stuff that makes you.
Maybe it's just my tastes have changed
because they try to push it, which they didn't need to.
Like, and I'm all for dumb humor. Don't get me wrong, but there's just some stuff in that movie that's beyond fucking dumb.
Yeah, it does. It does get into the like stupid just to be stupid levels.
Yeah, like
One thing I thought was fucking hilarious was he stands up and pulls his pants up and his fucking toilet flushes, and his fucking chair's the toilet.
I also always think of that episode of Futurama where Fry finds out his dog waited for him, and it kills me inside. I don't know why that movie.
That's a rough episode.
That movie reminds me of Futurama is the problem, and I always go right to that fucking episode, which is the worst episode of Futurama because it's the only one that it really actually makes you feel like a piece of shit.
It does. I know.
Just like the first 10 minutes of Up, you feel like a piece of shit. Wall-E at a certain point, you feel like a piece of shit because you're human, and it's like, well, look what we did to the planet. Like every Pixar movie, at some point, wants you to feel like a piece of shit.
Movie.
Yeah,
it's literally about existentialism and loneliness.
Yeah.
Like,
if you want to talk about animals and sad movies, Marley and Me.
Oh, when the little kids are reading their eulogy over the dog's grave, and it's like, I was on a date, and at that time, I had no feelings. I was a cyborg, so I didn't tear up. But I'm looking around the fucking theater, and you got cholos like...
That was before you actually had a dog yourself, too, right?
No, before I had a dog, but, before I met my wife, basically, my wife is the only reason there's any sentiment of emotion in my body. If I was single, I'd be a fucking cyborg out there, like, stomping on hobos' fucking cups of change and shit. Like, if it wasn't for her softening the bastard-covered bastard that I am... it wouldn't be nice. I would just be angry. Like I was. I'm literally on a date and the girl next to me is just bawling. And I'm over here like pussy, like in my head. Like at that time I had no mercy. Nowadays I don't think I could watch that scene, to be honest with you.
Hachi was another one that made me, get a little sentimental about a dog.
I used to feel bad when they killed Cujo, but I was for the bad guy at that point in my life.
The one animal movie that gets me, and it's the ending, is a Homeward Bound. When the cat and the pit bull come over, and then he's looking for the golden retriever, and the golden retriever's not coming. You're like, that fucking golden retriever better make it over that hill.
Well, yeah, and then you have the good dinosaur, which gives the dinosaur PTSD flashbacks the whole fucking movie. Like, literally, for no reason in the movie, all of a sudden you're reliving the father's death in black and white. Yeah. It's like, what the fuck? What happened to Pixar?
Yeah, like, that was rough. That one was rough.
Every time I watch that movie, I'm just like, why did they give this poor dinosaur Vietnam? Like, there's helicopter, like he's hearing like, fucking poor dinosaur.
Go, go.
You know, I did watch a new movie. It's called the Big Four, and it is one of the weirdest fucking movies I've ever watched. Because, by the way, it's the director of The Night Comes for Us.
Ooh,
So
okay.
it is incredibly violent, but it's an action comedy. And the comedy is very goofy, much like the old school Jackie Chan comedy in movies,
Okay.
which is a very weird mix when it goes from jokes to literally blowing heads off.
Oh Jesus!
Like,
This sounds interesting.
it's grotesquely violent. Like, I was like, I don't know what to feel here, because it's not funny. But not only is it not fun, and it's trying to be funny, but it's like Indonesian goofy funny. Like, I'm sure there's Filipino humor that as an American you're like, what the fuck? I think that's what it was, you know. But Indonesian.
There's gonna be that one movie where you're gonna see like the Korean soap opera, and then they're just blowing heads off, and you're like,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
is going on?
It basically, it's like you're kind of watching, like, it's got a Bollywood movie vibe, but literally there's scenes like you would see in The Night Comes for Us, where they're just shredding dudes with machine guns and
Jesus.
fucking blowing their heads off with shotguns and blowing them up with these giant illegal fireworks. And it was a weird fucking movie.
Illegal fireworks.
And I really do like the director. He did A Night Comes for Us, but man, is it a weird mix. I still don't know how I feel about it. I just kind of sat there while it was happening to me.
Yeah, because in Jackie Chan's comedies, shit, there's nobody that gets killed like that.
Well, people die, but it's very.
But
I mean,
it's not really seen.
one of his rougher movies, as far as like sheer damage count of people around him, is Legend of the Drunken Master. Like,
That is
you have
true,
that
yeah.
whole scene in the restaurant where he's got the bamboo that's splintered, and he's just fucking dudes up with it, and his dad ends up having a heart attack, but I don't believe he dies.
No.
Is that
And if
considered
you
a
watch, I
comedy
believe
too?
if you watch the original version, I believe he's heavily affected by the end. Like, it's a sad ending. To
Yeah,
that
the
movie.
original version is not nearly as good as the one they did in the,
No.
what was it, like early 80s, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the original was, I want to say, like late 70s when he was very young. Then they did the remake of it, kind of Evil Dead 2 style, and it was a much better product. It had, I mean, The Legend of the Drunken Master's got some of the best fight scenes. The whole fighting in the factory, like falling on the hot coals, spitting the flammable liquid. Like, Jackie Chan that was some of his prime work, that movie. Yeah, no, I don't know how to feel. It was just fucking weird, man. Like, I don't know. I still don't know how I feel about it. I kind of like, I like the action, but I kind of hated the comedy. Like, every time they make a joke, I was like, you just killed 6 people. What the fuck is going on here? But yeah, that's the last movie I watched. I watched that late last night, and I just was like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. And you know, of course, it's 2 a.m, and like, I'm only getting half the humor because I look at my phone for 2 seconds and I miss 6 lines of dialogue because I got to read it all.
No.
My wife and I have been watching Kitchen Nightmares.
Okay.
We are. Well, I don't think there is a new episode of Hell's Kitchen this week, unfortunately. But we're balls deep in the new season of that. Are you starting from season 1?
Yeah, we're just starting.
Now,
from
are you
season
watching
1.
on like Hulu or something, or do you find an unedited version?
Hulu. Yeah,
If-
I can't find the unedited.
If you look
ones.
on like the Prime Free or Tubi and shit like that, that's where you're gonna find them.
I'm gonna go there then. Awesome.
I
And then I've
hate
been
it.
watching what is it called? How to Catch a Predator.
Those
are always fun. Yeah.
What did you mean by you wanted to tickle her insides?
As long as you don't fucking see somebody you know, like, I'll watch it.
Bro, if
But,
I
like,
see
imagine
somebody
seeing
know, I
you're
know.
like, whoa.
If I see somebody know, I'm hitting them up on Facebook right away. Like, what's up, TV star, you fucking pedo? No,
There
I'm
was
out
one
in that
guy where,
motherfucker.
like, he's like, I know who you are. I've seen the show, and he's freaking out. And the guy's and you know, he's like, just sit down, let's talk. He's like, nope. He's like, okay. He's like, and he says, you know, I'm so and so. This is Sketch Predator, and then the camera people come out, and he's like, you can leave now. And he's like, if I leave, are there gonna be cops outside? He's like, I can't tell you that. He's like, come on, man, just like, dude, like, what do you think is gonna happen? Like,
There's a 50-50 chance. Go out the door or tell your story.
It's in your
What do you
hands,
wanna
buddy.
do?
You tell me. Good luck.
oh man, it's
I always wanted, like, Wallace to, like, if one dude brings a pizza to be like, you brought a delicious sausage. Mind if I have a slice? Just like really rub it in. Start eating his pizza, drinking one of his beers, like just fuck with the guy.
Yeah, just
What were you
totally
gonna do
chill with
these
him.
beers?
He's like, what were you gonna do with this? There's a minor in this. 1 second. And just chugs the whole fucking thing and just like crushes it on his forehead. Anyway, what did you mean by this text message? How
Did
dumb
see
do you
the
have
one
to
where
be?
There was a one of the episodes where the guy walks in and he walks out, and he's like, oh, he's like, I wasn't gonna do anything with your daughter. Like he thinks he's the father. And he's like, I'm not the father.
How do you not have that red? How are you not gone down the, like, if you're a pedophile, for one thing, or we'll just rapist at this point, rapist pedophile. If you're that, and you walk in and there's an adult male in front of you, how do you not just book it? Like, fuck talking. You literally got beer, pizza, and gummy bears. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, just fucking book it.
Beer, pizza, gummy. What, are they Habaro gummy bears?
The sugar-free ones, so you just shit in blood by the end of the night.
Did the smell come from the packaging?
You know what? Was the Haribo gummies smell or something? I'm lost on this one.
No, when we were working at the old B&B place, all the Habaro gummy bears got recalled.
Oh, really?
Because they were emitting a strange aroma coming from them.
Ooh.
So we had to pull them all off the shelves.
All I know.
And our leader was like, "Yeah,
fearless leader."
He took them home and he ate them all. He's like,
I hope he shit blood from it.
No.
Dude, he was always looking for something for free. Like, he was the type of dude where if you ate half a sandwich and then threw the rest in the before you were able to pitch it, he'd be like, I'll eat the rest. Like, he was just that sort of, like, always looking for the way, a one-up, always looking for the easy route to make easy money, whether it be stealing from your company, selling your own employees down the river, whatever. Stealing, buying... We've talked about that, the stories of him literally buying a clearance Target game, returning it to where we worked for full value, and we never even sold a fucking copy of the game there. We never had
Jesus.
Rock Band games magically becoming empty inside.
Yeah, and then the box
they were locked up the whole time.
But then it comes back and it's clearly an open box, and we still are selling it as new.
Oh man.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
how do you
B&B was
feel-
shady as fuck.
How do you, now that we're talking about like this shit, but how do you feel about the TV show?
I watched an episode of it. For one thing, it's we were there when it was actually Blockbuster, and the show takes place when
it's all ending.
Yeah, it takes place at the very end. It's supposed to be the last Blockbuster.
It's not. There's no buildup.
It's not funny, and none of the employees act anyway like they did in the real life. Real life Blockbuster wasn't like, we had fun, but it was also, we worked with a group of men for the most part, and the women we worked with were generally either taken or lesbian, and they knew how to handle themselves as far as working with a group of men. So you would have your average, you would have, men would butt heads, and Blockbuster would become hostile for 20 minutes until we all got over it, because we got 7.5 more hours in this fucking shift. There might be some cliche shit in there that's true, but like, I only watched the first episode, but for me, Blockbuster jokes would be that, much like Clerks, where you had that one customer coming all the time, and he was that customer that stood by the counter, asked for you to check the box because he's there at 9 p.m. on a Friday for the newest fucking movie or a Tuesday for the newest fucking movie that's come out. Then he
would say, don't forget, invest in gold. And then he'd walk out as he takes his 2 movies and come back 30 minutes later. This movie sucks. Don't rent it out to anybody.
Well, see, that's the thing is, a good Blockbuster TV show would be as much about the characters of customers you have coming in as it would be about the staff. Like, my opinion, if you were to make a good Blockbuster show about what Blockbuster was, you would... I only watched the first episode. It's not good. If you were to make a good TV show about that, you would have your base staff be the staff of the store, and the funny would come in the interactions with the customers, and then you can develop the stories in between, because there were personal relationships and shit. So
or the holiday hires.
Yeah, or the people that
are just there to fucking get a holiday check.
Like, if there needs to be an episode based only on inventory, the episode should be an hour long, because inventory was like 12 hours fucking long, or at least it felt that way. Like, if a good Blockbuster episode will have an inventory episode where you're counting every fucking movie, every bottle of soda, every ice cream.
One where we're doing the inventory, and one where it's reconciliation.
Yeah, exactly. And then
the
like
sun's coming up, and we're all like this. Can we just fucking go home?
your eyes are barely opening because you're watching the sunrise from your fucking job window.
There's fucking empty cans of energy drink around the store.
Oh, everywhere. Another thing would be having corporate come in, and we were able to experience both sides of corporate, both the doofy whatever and the ball busting. So like you'd have your regional like that's the thing is it doesn't feel like a blockbuster show. It feels like a show some assholes wrote, and they were like, let's set it in the last blockbuster. And
or when loss prevention came in and they're asking me questions about the fucking most honest person in the fucking store, and I'm like, what about them? Well, they seem like they might be a little shady. I'm like, what? Like, they're the fucking most honest person here. And I was like, and they're not even here most of the time to fucking do anything.
Oh, was that Kay?
No, it was no. Oh no.
I was gonna say, if somebody accused Kay, they were fucking just, what is your problem? Like that, he's as legit comes. He's a choir boy, fucking choir boy.
It was the guy who thought he was Rambo with an S.
Oh, gee. Yeah, and then we had a weird coworker who, like, when Dark Knight came out, the guy who I met, and I think Alex met him, and Marshall, the same guy Marshall said he met. Sorry, whoops, that's his freak's name. Anywho,
I didn't meet the actor, but I met the guy you're talking about.
It's the dude, Polka Dot Man from the Suicide Squad sequel.
Yeah, I didn't meet him.
I can't remember his name. He was in Dark Knight, and ever since Dark Knight, he was in Baby Driver. He's been in a bunch of shit. Well, Marshall met this guy and then started to claim that he knew an actor on the inside. Now, remember, at this time, Dark Knight, his name is David something. This guy wasn't known. Dark Knight, he had a very small role in, but it did get him in the industry. And this guy, Marshall, was trying to tell everybody that he talked to this guy and that he's talking to Nolan about Marshall being the Riddler in the next movie. And it was just pure delusion and lies, and he was just a weird fucker. There's a lot of weird fuckers we worked with. Alex and I both share the sad honor of having worked at Blockbuster. Alex somewhat went down with the ship. He was there later than I was. He's muted.
No, I wasn't that far into it.
I left the glorious Blockbuster to work at a bank. Fuck. We are reviewing a movie.
I was gloriously let go. 2 weeks before Christmas.
That sounds like Blockbuster.
Because an inventory went bad. That wasn't my problem.
Well, see, the problem with inventory is it didn't go bad. It had been bad for 2 years straight. And there was a scapegoat.
And then when $3,000, $2,000 or some shit like that came up missing because that last store manager wasn't there no more.
Well, I'm just gonna say it. When you got a store manager who steals everything that isn't fucking nailed down, you're gonna have high theft.
And the reason why nobody noticed anything is because there was a scan page that this store manager would scan into inventory because he had it all.
He literally
sold it all.
He literally wouldn't do any real work, but he would take the time to print every movie label we were supposed to have. And if he missed it, so that way, if it came up we were supposed to have 10 and we only had 7, he would just scan the labels that are missing. And just fraudulently lie about the inventory.
Jesus.
He would go, oh shit, we're missing a bunch this time, guys. All right, hold on. What movies are they? And he'd print up the labels for every single one of them on a sheet of paper, and you'd fucking scan it because you were told to, so we weren't missing that many. He'd print up all but one, so we were missing a copy to try to make it look, oh, well, we got a little bit of theft.
And then when they started bringing in other people coming in to do the inventory with us, that's when it got really weird.
Yeah, they were bringing in people from other stores.
Yeah, and no, there was actually an inventory team. And
really?
And then came the thing was, oh, you missed the whole bay, and he pointed fingers at me, and I was like, what? No, it's like, yeah, you did. It's all right here, and there was nothing there.
No, I looked at it myself. It's all there. Like you must have.
That would be the drama side. That would be the drama side of the whole fucking BBV.
I mean, I had a lot of fun at Blockbuster. For the most part, we had management changes. We had a woman come in who was in her 40s and was more interested in flirting with the Hispanic male employees than she was doing a good job. She cut hours of people who weren't her favorites, even though people like me sold rewards, like legitimately sold rewards, mind you. At our store, we prided ourselves in not fucking being shicey. We didn't cheat the customers out of anything. If we sold a reward, well, everyone but a couple, but every reward I sold was legitimate. Alex was legitimate, and we sold well. Like, that was the only reason why we didn't get the hammer thrown on us sooner than we did, I think, because of him, was because we had a good fucking sales record.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I put in 10 years plus into that company, and I went through 3 different stores.
I had 2 stores myself, and I was only there a couple of years.
Yeah.
Anywho, we are reviewing a movie. We should do an episode of just telling blockbuster stories. Because I know there's enough of them. And also, you know, we were all friends. We would get off of work at 12:30, 1 a.m. and if it was a weekend, we'd sometimes come back to the apartment, get drunk, play Guitar Hero. It really was like the heyday of, we had buddies who worked at the fucking Quiznos next to us, who were just these crazy, like, white trash, like, metalheads that didn't know how to hold their liquor. Like, the one got drunk the one night and, like, he just started acting fucking crazy. And I had to threaten him and the other guy and tell him if he doesn't get his shit together, I'm going to have to beat him into unconsciousness.
I must have missed that one.
Yeah. They were there till like 4 a.m. And I'm like, you need to get the fuck out. I'm tired. Like, I'm going to beat the shit out of you if you don't leave my house. And that's how that party ended.
Matt started singing the Mickey Mouse theme. Now it's time to say goodbye.
I'm over here like Negan, just getting my baseball bat ready. Like, I'm fucking done, guys. Like, leave my domicile. John Spartan. Okay, we are reviewing a movie. That movie is Christmas Horror Story. Giovanni, you didn't say anything, but I thought you were going to tell me you didn't like it. Was I wrong?
You weren't wrong.
Why didn't you like it? I do want to know this, because even though it's lower budget, I really enjoy this movie.
It's Canadian budget.
The creatures.
Wait, this movie's Canadian?
Yes.
I did not realize that.
The creatures look amazing in this movie. The lore is pretty cool. It's an anthology movie. It's a
small anthology. It's only like 4 or 5 stories. It's a small one.
This is what I don't like, and this is what I can't look past. When you watch anthology movies, you get one full story with the overarching story,
which is William Shatner and the radio station,
and the Santa Claus.
Well, see, I connect. Santa Claus is connected to that. We'll go into. We'll spoil the whole thing.
Yeah, we'll go into it.
And Earthbound. It was just a big Don/Earthbound is hanging out with us. Yeah, that was some of the fun of it, though, is we were all friends. Like, we'd come back and hang out, and it wasn't a party, but, like, we all liked each other. And then the stresses of the job, and then the bullshit of corporate, then thieving bosses just turned it into another job. And before you knew it, it was like Sorry, Giovanni.
No, it's okay. So you would get, like, 5 minutes of a story, then 5 minutes of another story, then 5 minutes. I didn't like the transitioning.
The increments of story time was going too fast.
I could not look past that.
Well, also, there is a section where William Shatner's like scene, it feels like it's before it should be, because it ruins but the family one, where he goes, that family's ever since last year that went missing. And it's like, wait a second, they're still in the woods. Nothing's happened to them. So you just told me they all die already.
I kid you not. I'm watching it while I'm doing my art. And I looked away for a second to save. And when I looked back, that comment came up. And I'm like, oh, did I skip something? I must have hit something by accident. And I went back and I'm like, oh shit, no, I didn't. And yeah, it's totally out of place.
Now, just
so
let everybody know.
They weren't keeping the chronological order of things that were happening, because
but in that instance though, it legitimately ruins the fate of that family for you. Like, there's no guesswork, because he goes, this family that went missing last year, and it's like, wait a second, they're still in the car. Like, the last you see of that family is them getting the sliding off the road. And then it cuts to him
with the Bigfoot Yeti thing.
Has anybody
that fucking made me laugh? I was like,
has anybody watched Santa Claus yet?
No, still not. I got to do all this.
The show?
This week.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, not yet.
For one thing, it's already been greenlit for a sequel. For another thing, I'm really enjoying it, and they've even done like the elusive Santa Claus. Is he real? And you know the Bigfoot footage. They have him in his Santa suit in the woods for no reason, doing like, yeah. It's legitimately got some funny shit in the show. I'm very surprised I'm enjoying it like I am. It's still a kid's show, but there's a lot of that Tim Allen humor in it, more than I thought there would be. Because you gotta remember, before he announced that he was coming back, The whole thing is he was persona non grata for Disney because of his Trump support.
Because
then,
of his,
like-
his,
Yeah.
But
Last
then-
Man Standing too.
Yeah, well, that show did go like 10 fucking seasons.
Yeah, only because another network took over.
Well, but you gotta remember that was Fox who I believe initially shit canned it, right?
And then who took over? WGN?
Or did Fox take over? And
No, they
it
were
was...
on WGN. No, they were on Channel 7 and Fox took over.
Okay,
So
ABC, right? Yeah, no,
ABC
I was about to say.
And he's back on Disney. So that's fucking weird.
but that's the thing
It's
is
so
like
fucking weird.
it just shows you that I don't feel that was a thing against his politics. That sounds like when they canceled it, the show wasn't doing as good as it could have, and then it had that like viral revival where everybody bitched about it. Fox picked it up, and then it lasted another like 5 or 6 seasons. Like that might have been a Family Guy situation where they canceled it not understanding. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to just say, oh, that's because of his political beliefs. For me, that sounds more like they made a piss poor business decision, and another network picked up the ball.
Mhm.
Yeah, people couldn't get around the fucking fact that it's it's a Trump supporter, but he's also like a human being.
I mean,
that
but can
fucking has an opinion.
Can we get back to the
He has
the
an
part
opinion.
of the world where it didn't matter who you voted for? Like, do you remember when it was rude to ask somebody who they voted for?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
can we just get back to the point where, like, if it's not going to be a discussion that equates to anything, just shut the fuck up about your beliefs. Like, and that's in everything. Like, in all honesty, unless we're having a legitimate discussion and I ask you and I care about it, I don't fucking care about your religious affiliation. I don't care who you voted for. I don't care what sort of toilet paper you use. It's all the same thing to me. Like, if I like you, I like you. The other shit shouldn't matter.
There used to be a rule in the bar. When you go to a bar, there's 2 topics you never discuss. One of them is religion, and one of them is politics.
I don't
In
know
a
if a
fucking
bunch
bar
of drunks
setting.
should be telling me what rules are, though. I'm going to be honest with you.
But that was a bartender rule. That was the bartender saying don't discuss politics, don't discuss
I've
fucking
heard
religion.
that's a thing in like I think that's a thing across bars, but I've also heard bartenders will say whatever the fuck they want though.
And that's what's happening nowadays. Is if you go into a bar now, everybody's a fucking hipster and they want to say their fucking thing and say no, you're wrong because you are.
Do you still
and they
like
can't back it
bars?
up.
Like, do you
No,
actually?
I haven't been in a while.
I was gonna say
once.
I don't think I could tolerate going.
But the ones that I have been in, they have like a like the dining setting, so you go in there to eat.
I would have to. Yeah, my fat ass. The only reason I
Like
go
a
to a bar
pub
if I
or-
can get some good wings or like a burger or something.
So this bar has a lot of these hipster fucking bartenders that start questioning you on your beliefs, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't follow politics, even though I do. I'm just like, yeah, I don't follow. Yeah, sorry, I'm I'm a bad person to talk to. Apologize.
Look, here's the thing: is I don't mind a political discussion. You know me, but it's got to be a discussion. It can't just be like you're gonna throw shit at each other to get your opinion across.
Well,
Like you got to be talking to me. Like you know what
See,
I mean?
the problem with those discussions is that nowadays the other person is trying to be like, the argument is you're wrong, I'm right. That's the end of
Well,
story.
yeah, well,
That's
also-
the
That's
argument.
what
Why
I'm
do we
saying.
take it
Yeah.
so personally? Why
Yeah,
are we
I don't
so
really care
personally
either.
invested for what old white dude gets elected that we end friendships over it? Like I have
remember-
friends who do you remember Philip?
Which one? The one that got super kicked in the face?
Yeah.
Okay, yes.
So during Trump's first election, now I'm not, how do I put this? I'm not exactly pro-Trump, but I'm very heavily against what a lot of the shit the liberal agenda is. So I would post things that were facts against what was going on with the agenda being pushed. And he wrote me a message and he's like, you're one of those dudes. He's like, well, don't contact me again. I knew this dude since childhood. And he just didn't like a post I made one day. And it's like, dude, I hate to tell you this, but if you're that invested in a political belief, that's called mental illness.
He was also a person that said that he was a personal trainer and he worked behind the fucking desk. Never
Well,
personal
yeah,
trained anybody.
Philip was also what is the liar? The
A pathological liar?
pathological liar.
Pathological liar. My uncle owns this. I remember that. I remember that.
He was also a pathological fucking idiot. So
Yeah, I also don't like. I think he also had trouble with his own sexuality. Remember,
yeah, that's,
like
that
we
is
had-
very true.
We had conversations about it where at
Oh,
a
yeah?
certain point he had like he didn't know what he wanted to be, like what he liked. And
Well,
it's like,
speaking of which,
I'm such a piece of shit that I didn't hate you for being gay. Oh
you
man.
think you're a piece of shit? I used to work in an airport. I won't say what company, and he came in with his girlfriend, maybe wife.
I think he married her eventually.
I think it was it's probably at that point.
But I haven't talked to him since 2015.
And I saw
so.
him, and I was like, "Oh, you settled on one." And he looked at me like, "What are you talking about?" And then realized who I was, and then grabbed his wife and turned around and walked out of the store.
Well, see,
was
that's
it the place that sells the vibrators?
No, it was not. No, it was the other place.
Well, see, that's the thing is, I saw his parents the one day after it all had happened, and they were still nice to me. Like you gotta remember, I knew these people since I was a kid, so like, I'm not gonna hold it against his parents. I'm not gonna be like, hey, you're the push on the ground. Like I was like, hey, how you guys doing? And his dad was having some medical troubles at the time, and so I talked to them for a little bit. But it was just, I just find it bizarre that people are, because of their political ideology, are that like ready to just be like, nah, fuck you. A weird concept.
It is. I know. It's
So, another weird concept: Christmas Horror Story.
Flip it back.
Yeah.
So there's the four stories are the family that go the Krampus family. You've got Santa Claus with the zombie-esque elves, which is my favorite of the stories.
It's the best one.
That's the thing is the Santa story and the radio stories are the best.
Yeah, you're getting you're getting it from both ends. It's meeting in the middle by the end of the movie.
Because the rest of them are the family, which isn't a bad story, but it's kind of whatever. And
they
then
still tie into each other because of the people that are involved.
Well, yeah, and then you get the family of the what are they? The Changer. I forgot what they call
the Changeling.
The Changeling. Like, and that's really it. Now, I will say, for a low budget movie, this movie has one of the best twist endings.
Mm-hmm.
And when I first watched it, whenever it came out, I think it was like 2015 or 2016.
2015.
The reason I like this movie to this day is because of its ending. Like, it's a great ending to me.
I wish you wouldn't have said about a twist ending before I watched it, because then I kept watching and I was like, okay, is this the twist ending? Is this it? Is this it? And then when it finally happened, I was like, okay, but
if you do really pay attention,
but I was expecting it to happen.
When I was watching it a second time, like knowing it, you see every sign.
Yeah.
And
it's very predictable.
Yeah, that was a little bit disappointing. Like when I first watched it, it was probably at like 2 a.m. and I was like, holy shit. And watching it this time, I still really enjoy it. Jen was able to experience it like, holy fuck, that's the dude from the radio, which I was happy about because she had never seen it. But yeah, I really love the twist ending. And essentially, Santa Claus's story is the North Pole has been invaded by zombie elves, and he's literally, and they do add some mythos because they add the fact that elves are supposed to be immortal.
Yeah, mm-hmm. and also the one that's affecting the elves is Krampus. So they all still tie tie into each other.
They tie it still in there. I love the idea that Krampus is the it's not a creature in itself.
It's a spirit.
It's an
like
idea.
A spirit.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. And like I said, the individual stories were great. I think if they were broken up and not mixed in the way they were, I think it'd be a better.
Well, I think
story.
if you're going to do that sort of editing, put more stories.
Yeah.
Like that sort
That's
of
true.
like that kind of like leaving them in pieces only works when there's like 6, 7 stories. You know what I mean? Because then you can kind of like, it makes sense why you're bouncing around so much because you got so much content you're trying to get through. But when there's only 4 stories, you're just breaking continuity.
I think one of the reasons why that happened was because the person that did this movie also did Ginger Snaps.
I saw that. Yeah, I saw you directed that.
And they also did what was that other one? They co-wrote, I think, Orphan Black.
And with the TV show?
Yeah, the TV show.
Watched it.
The town that this takes place in, the fucking what is it? Bailey Downs. That's the same town that Ginger Snaps takes place in. So they were still incorporating stuff to make it like part of the same universe.
I mean, okay, that's neat, but
so they were trying to do something, to. I think that's what it was. It was like they were just trying to keep it all into like some kind of universe that they were trying to create that just didn't take off.
Which is fine. Like I said, the lore behind I thought the lore behind Krampus was solid. The Santa Claus lore was solid. Like even the ghost lore in the little haunted section that they went to, and I think it was in the school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
was
cool.
solid.
Which
Like-
I felt that was the weakest.
It was a weak story, but at least the lore held together. But
Yeah.
the comment the radio man made threw off the timeline.
Well, not
And it's
only
a
that,
big
but you have William Shatner, you have a radio station. Apparently, there's a mall violence incident, right? Why aren't we seeing scenes of him taking callers, screaming, and like, you know what I mean? Like, you could
I
have
think it was
added.
only one person he was supposed to call, and they never got through.
That was the
That was the
Santa.
radio guy. That was Santa. Yeah. And like
But there should have been more callers.
Why wasn't there like, you know, a caller going, "There's so much blood, oh my god," and then click, like add some weight, because other than that, it's just William Shatner acting like he was drunk. Like, I
then it
enjoyed
would've been
those
even
scenes,
funnier.
but
which is
because
funny.
he was drunk, and then people calling in, he could have laughed at them.
what or
Like,
you
if
know,
other people
do
were
stupid
crazy.
one-liners like, "Well, while you're at the mall, pick me up another bottle. I'm almost out."
Yeah,
You know, like something to give like more weight to that, because that is the VHS player. You know what I mean? That is the connecting
first-
tissue of the story.
At first, I was thinking like William Shatner is the War of the Worlds radio jockey. You know what I mean?
But see, that's the thing is, then as he goes on, he's trying to act more like a Howard Stern disc jockey type.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this. It's on Shudder. There is another movie I want to watch. I'm gonna watch it soon. Is that Christmas Bloody Christmas, the Santa Claus robot horror movie?
where is that?
That's
streaming?
Shudder
It's
as
on
well.
Shutter as well.
Yeah. I'm gonna watch.
Tomorrow.
We released like last weekend, I think. I haven't watched it yet.
Nice.
I don't really want to talk more about this movie. I think if you have interest in it from what we're talking about, we're not even going to ruin the twist for you. Because I don't think we have completely yet. We've alluded to it. And if you're a
Can I
clever
say
listener,
one line?
yeah,
Can
go
I say
ahead.
one line that just you reindeer fucking whore.
Yeah, that was
When
pretty
the
good.
fucking elf calls fucking Mrs. Claus that.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't want any
man.
more cookies, you reindeer fucking.
The ending of that, the ending is still just as they start flashbacking to what's actually going on. It's
Yeah.
just like, Jesus.
I love
Yeah,
I
it's
love that
so
line
good.
from that fucking elf, dude.
The elves are great with all the shit they're talking.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking get you. Yeah, they're so vulgar. Yeah,
Oh, God.
I'll rate the stories. I'm gonna give the school ghost story a 2. I thought it was boring. The ending makes sense, but it's not a good enough payoff for me. The family story, I'll give a 3 because I like the eventual Krampus action. I'm gonna give the Santa Claus story a straight 4. I'm even gonna give the radio story a 3.5, and I'm also gonna give the Changeling a 2. Well, I'll give it a 2.5 because I wish they would have explored a little bit more. Like at the end of the Changeling story, she essentially frees them, right?
Yeah.
Like, so
Yeah,
why
that's
is
why
there?
they gave her son back.
Yeah, I wish there would have been a little bit more to that.
hmm
Like maybe have her be the watcher at
Yeah,
the end
now
of it. You know
she's
what I
a new
mean?
watcher. Yeah.
Yeah.
A non-abusive watcher.
So, you know, I mean, there is like if they ever want to do a Christmas horror story too, you have sequel opportunity for the Changelings though. Because
That is-
what if
that is
they?
very true.
You know what I mean? Like
And
what
the
if-
Krampus one too, technically.
Yeah.
So there is.
Well, also,
I don't think there ever
the-
will be a
also
sequel.
the school one because the
Oh, technically, yeah, that's true.
because she's having
Technically,
a child. Yeah.
yeah, you have a sequel.
You're gonna
opportunity
have
there.
to have her give birth to the demon seed.
I'll go. I like the story breakdown. I'll do I think Changeling was the weakest of them at a 1.5. I felt that I wanted more lore out of that one. It leaves you
Yeah,
wanting more, but too much more.
Why does every Christmas movie make it so that, like, since Christmas Vacation, which did it as a goof, no
Mhm.
real family does that? Like, no
Yeah, no,
real
cutting a
family
tree
travels
down.
miles into the woods
The day before Christmas.
and trespasses.
Mhm.
But it all does fall in the line of they allude to it. They don't overtly tell you, but his character had mental illness and he had, you know, anger issues and all that. And that's it. Basically,
Mhm.
it's like the first Christmas back together.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it all happened because of a job. What happened in the job?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the Krampus one was a 3.5. I did enjoy that one.
The
I'm gonna
family
give
Krampus one?
the family Krampus one. Yeah. I'm gonna give the Ghost one a 3 as well. I did like it, but I do understand where you're coming from. The ending was solid, but
There's more like especially when you're doing like I've seen YouTube videos that do a creepier job in the like school abandoned building
Mhm.
department than that story did at all. It wasn't scary, I think.
the radio host one and the radio host overarching story was a solid 3.5 for me. I thought it was really well done. I think just where they placed it
That-
as the movie
That has to be a
happened.
fuck up in editing, right? Like that has to be like, they meant to put it elsewhere, and then, or maybe they fucked up elsewhere and had to fit it there because it didn't make sense anywhere. Like,
I
because
think
it's
that's what
just
happened.
just for you to give away the fate of the, like, to tell you the ending of the story that is only halfway done is just, every time I watch this movie I'm like, why would they fucking do that? This is just stupid
Mhm.
editing.
And the Santa Claus one was a solid 5. I think that was the best one out of all of them. I enjoyed it the most. I thought it was funny and it had some solid core to it. It was really well done.
Yeah, I think the Santa Claus is the best. It's got the violence is awesome in it. It's got humor in it. It's filmed really well too. The Santa Claus, it's got decent lighting. Like, they do a good job just filming it. Krampus is a badass when you finally see him. Like, he's, giant built motherfucker. I do wish they would have added Krampus into the end when it comes back to reality somehow. Like, have him
that would've been nice.
fade away into a person to then go, okay, it was Krampus poisoning his mind. That's why he did this. Like, because they don't give a reason for why what happens, which is a bit frustrating. You get all the stories?
I think yeah, the
Yeah, you did.
Did you do? You did 5 or 4?
That was 4.
4 stories.
The radio man, the
School
kid, the school, and then the Santa Claus.
Radio, school, Santa, changeling,
Krampus.
The ghost story. So Krampus. It was 5.
Yeah, it is 5 stories.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So for me, the school, I it's entertaining. It was like funny to see that. A couple of those actors, they're familiar to me, so that's why it was like.
I'm getting tired of my wife watching shit with me, and now it makes sense that it's Canadian, and going, oh, that person was in Degrassi.
Degrassi? Yeah.
I'm getting so fucking tired of it. So tired of it. Every fucking thing we watch lately is like, that person we're watching that Lopez show, I think. It's like, that person was on Degrassi. It's just like, is there anybody who isn't a Canadian actor that fucking wasn't on Degrassi? Jesus. Even Drake was on it.
So
that's like British people with Doctor Who, to be honest.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, British actors.
Also, the last 2 seasons of Tales from the Crypt, because they moved over to British.
Very true. Very true.
Fucking every British actor's in those last 2 seasons. Good.
So for me, I got the school episode or the whatever school breakup for 2.5. It was predictable at certain points, like what was going to happen after a while. So that's why it was just a 2.5 for me. The Changeling one, I did kind of like it a little more than that one, but it was still a 2.5. And the one thing that turned me off about it was the dad's acting, like him trying to be this aggressive guy, which he didn't look like he was.
I'm just going to say this. I understand people who love their children. But if my kid stabbed a fork in my hand, I would have punched the shit out of him. I would have kicked him into a fucking coma.
I wouldn't have
like the way she reacted. Like, don't yell. Like, what the dude? He stabbed me in the hand.
Also, they don't explain it at all. He comes back and just has a gun on the table.
Yeah, that was weird.
He's just got a pistol on the fucking table, ready to like cap his kid.
Yeah, I don't
like, and this is before he knows he's a fucking changeling at all. He just like goes to the car and gets the gat because his kid stabbed him in the hand. Like, you can deck him. You don't gotta shoot the fucker.
Like the problem with the changeling story for me is that if you follow changeling lore, if you ever dip into it, they just pulled the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah,
like they could have pulled so much.
Well, you could have also gone the Skinwalker, Wendigo. Like it's all part of the lore. They didn't. They would have turned.
They would have turned to wood too if there was a little boy.
That's true.
But that's where you can get the maybe sequel, or I mean. Yeah. That story in general was shallow.
Yeah.
As far as the radio, I really love the radio with William Shatner.
He was good in it. Yeah, I really liked his performance.
It still is a 3.5 for me because
it's hollow.
Yeah, it kept bringing him back as the drunk, radio guy instead of giving more into.
I love Christmas so much. I did enjoy his drunk, like still trying to. I'm gonna pour some more holiday cheer.
Yeah. When it started and he holds up the thing and he's like, yeah, I'm going to talk about Jesus on the radio.
Yeah, because it's Christmas, damn it.
Then he looks over, he's like, hey, what do you say? What do you say?
When he does the sign, he's just like, oh, I don't know why he would. And then they talk about how they mistreat him, but he's the news guy, so it's okay. Poor whatever's Fred or Carl or whatever the fuck it was.
Was it a Dan or something like that too? Shit.
No, I don't know.
I can't
Don.
remember. Don.
Our
Krampus
buddy
is
Earthbound.
also
Don.
Krampus is also 3.5 for me. I did enjoy the story, but there was like a couple.
The family was the worst part.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And they're supposed to be the biggest part of the fucking thing.
Yeah,
it was all the shit about the dad's, job and stuff, and the mom that being the typical
I will
rich
say,
wife and shit.
I give the credit to the mom though, because when he finally comes out and he's just like, "I did it to keep you," and she's like, "I just wanted your attention, stupid." Like, she loved him the whole time, wasn't fucking around on him, like.
She wasn't a gold digging wife like most.
Like she was actually worried that he was uninterested in her, and it's like she's hot, he's a bum, like good woman, and now she's dead.
By the way, that kid is in the Wednesday fucking Netflix show. The brother.
I was so glad they took that little cunt first. Oh,
he's in the new Wednesday show. So and also Santa, the Santa story, that's a 4 for me because I loved everything about that. The only thing,
many ways to say.
Oh god damn it!
Is that your fucking Siri or whatever?
I think so. I think
Yeah.
it said
So
Santa.
if you mention the fucking red man's name, it fucking activates.
Bro,
Sorry about that.
You have let way too much fucking Skynet into your fucking house.
If you say the red man's name, it fucking activates.
You have let way too much of that shit in your house. Fuck that. I'm sorry, but if I say a word and my shit talks back to me, unplugged. If I'm not telling you to talk to me, motherfucker, like I'm about ready to punch my watch because Siri keeps listening. Too much wearing Skynet on my wrist, goddammit.
No, but the family at some points the family dynamic just seemed like they were out of place and they were just playing a role.
Well, yeah,
that
none of them
was
were good
bad.
actors at all.
Yeah, they weren't. No, but I think if you put them in different settings, they would have been better, a little bit better, like interacting with other people other than their family members.
Well,
they didn't seem like a family, but that was just
the problem. Is the most interaction you get out of them is them bitching at each other basically in the car.
Oh,
that's true. Yeah,
Aunt Etta was fucking a horrible actress.
So is the dude who doesn't even have many lines, but even him just standing there was like.
He plays
butler
Death
or
in
something.
fucking Supernatural.
Is he also in Degrassi?
But overall, that one was a 4 for me. So, but I enjoyed it as a whole though. I think it would be a 3.5.
Yeah, as a whole, I'd probably give it a 3.5. That makes sense.
It's a 3 for me as a whole. It's just that the transition between each story, the way they did it.
I mean, theoretically, we don't love 2 stories out of 5. It is 60%. It's a 3.
Yeah.
So that's fair. I mean, that's mathematical reasoning. All right, we're gonna do something a little fun, which is we are gonna watch Hallmark Christmas trailers. Now, I found a whole list of these things, and they're only about 36 seconds each. So we're gonna watch a couple of them and we're gonna fucking eat them alive because they've got to be terrible. I don't watch Hallmark shit, but I imagine it's bad. Anybody actually like Hallmark shit?
I don't necessarily like it, but I do watch it every once in a while.
I can't stand this. This is like the whitest of white entertainment.
I was about to say, I didn't want to say it, but yeah.
It's the truth. All right, this one is called Let It Snow.
Candice Cameron Bure stars in one of the 12.
Candice Cameron Bure stars. It's got the fucking.
She's got canceled. Yeah.
Oh yes, you can't. Yeah, she's not being casted. Nothing.
I was about to say, yep.
Of Christmas.
Have you ever seen it snow? No.
Winter Wonderland's work.
Candice Cameron stars alongside other washed-up actors.
Her thing.
So, you ever realize that these always start with the rich white girl who wants to get away from her everything life?
They literally live in like Colorado ski resorts.
Yeah, like
somehow.
It's just like, oh my god.
This one's Let It Snow, and it's premiering Saturday. It's already. This is 9 years ago, by the way. This is an old one.
Do winter. Did you two get off? I
don't think she has a right foot.
Until a little.
What weird edit? Like my trailers are better edited than this fucking thing. Like
dude, this one's bad. Like
that snap cut was bad.
Christmas spirit melted her heart.
Just never imagined.
Christmas spirit melted her heart.
Melted her heart, and his dick melted her insides.
I feel like this is one of those shows where they're gonna switch husbands at the end, and we'll see who can, like,
Tonight on
you know,
Wife Swap.
Yeah, like
There could be so much magic in
This was-
Christmas.
I mean, 9 years
Let It
ago is
Snow,
quite a long
an
time.
all-new premiere Saturday.
Ugh. All right. The next one. I don't know how many we can do. One Starry Christmas. Part of TV.
Hallmark Channel presents one of the 12 new original movies of
Oh,
Christmas.
it's 12. One of 12.
Magic stars.
One of 12.
Grant my wish tonight.
They're complete opposites.
He's a cowboy who's rough living, and she's a prissy college girl who likes it from the behind.
Cowboy for Christmas.
But the spirit of the season
Christmas is about being with the people you love.
will bring them together.
Wishful.
Crazy cowboy.
It's important to spend Christmas with the ones you love.
There's way too many horses in this movie. Like, there's already been way too many in just the trailer.
again another like nobody is in most Christmas movies. It's about appreciating what you have, giving to others. Nobody in here is going without. Like
I wonder if there's
It's all
gonna-
about romance. It's what it is. It's all about romance.
I am waiting for a trailer that starts off where it's like she was looking for love in the wrong places. That'll be coming soon, I think.
One Starry Christmas on Hallmark Channel. The
Oof. This
How
is
many years ago
harder
was
than
that one?
That one was posted 8 years ago.
Jesus.
This one's called The Christmas Shepherd, posted 8 years ago. Must have been one of the 12 new original ones.
Hallmark Channel presents one of the 12.
Ah, it is!
premieres of Christmas.
Buddy brings good luck wherever he goes.
Sure seems like it.
So
Oh,
it's
look
got
who it
the
is.
wife from Fockers.
The Fockers.
yep.
Amazing dog.
This holiday season,
This holiday season, a German Shepherd.
Shepherd
He's kind
Told
of
you.
a good man. You can tell it in his eyes.
will bring a flock together.
He's the good man. Dude, I want to take this trailer and turn it into a horror movie. You could see it in his eyes, and then it's just him like with a severed head, staring into a mirror
With all the
naked.
lost dogs and rescue shelters in the world, somehow we found each other.
Terry Polo
Ugh.
stars in
Terry
Yes,
Polo.
Shepherd, an all-new premiere Sunday, November 20th.
In this one, she sleeps with the dog.
Has anybody ever grabbed their wife like that for no like? Did
No.
you grab your wife like that to go in for a kiss? Do you got to fucking suction cup her head to go in for a kiss?
No, I've never.
What
done
is
that.
with that in movies where they think this is romantic? Like, you do realize the difference between strangulation and this is just a couple fucking inches. I'm just saying,
I
it's
think
weird.
they were grabbing him by the ears.
She's
Make sure they
she's
don't
got,
get
yeah, she's
turned
got
the head and
she's got elf ears and it turns him on. The next one is called Let It Snow. I wonder what it's about. 8 years ago.
Ray
Oh,
stars
we
in
already
one of
watched
the
that
12
one.
new original movies.
Lucky Christmas.
A single mom.
A
down
single
low.
mom.
My car
Is that
was
Elizabeth
stolen with a
Berkley?
winning lottery ticket in it.
Sounds like her.
All she got to do is put up a small reward. Then what? I just walk away.
The woman who you've seen every inch of her naked body from Saved by the Bell.
Will get a second chance.
a woman from show.
Okay, so this one, it's a single mom, right? A single struggling mom.
A single
But she
mom.
lives in a fucking like 4-bedroom, 2-bath
Yeah.
house.
That,
Like, what are
that
you doing?
globe alone is like $120.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're selling one for 300 at the antique store behind me.
This one looks expensive. Oh, she looks terrible too.
Original movie Lucky Christmas.
She looks like. You guys ever watch that show American Housewives?
No.
The live action or not live action, but the reality.
No,
Or
no. The American Housewife. It was the show with the chick from
Terry Hatcher or
Eastbound and
whatever.
Down. No.
Okay.
She looks like the bitchy neighbor from the show.
Oh, and she has that face though.
Oh, here we go.
Bitchy neighbor
The
face.
The
Christmas
girl from
secret.
Showgirls.
You're right. The girl who you've masturbated to in your early teens is now in love, and she's a single mom. The Christmas Secret. A Hallmark movie? Oh, Jesus.
One act of kindness
Are you okay?
turns strangers into family.
I want to find that girl who saved my life.
I'm on it.
And I want to fucking sue her, bitch. I wanted to die.
I have a DNR.
Don't worry, we'll find her.
I told you, let me die.
Christine.
You!
Okay, this is unbelievable.
You saved my life. Do you believe in miracles?
The Christmas season.
Once again, Giovanni, you're right. None of these people live in apartments.
I'm telling
They
you,
all
like,
look. These movies look like they were filmed in funeral homes. Mrs. Miracle. Oh, I'm sorry, Debbie McComber's Mrs. Miracle.
oh no.
One of the 12 original pieces of shit.
So you know there's 3 channels for Hallmark.
Is that our new nanny?
Really?
Are you serious?
There's Hallmark Mystery, there's Hallmark Romance, and there's Hallmark. There goes my keyboard.
It's not all on my leg, dude. All on my fucking leg.
Nobody can see it. Nobody
Yeah,
can
but I
see
can
it.
feel it.
Matt was so shocked that there are 3 Hallmark channels.
Yeah. Spilled my
What?
drink because of that bullshit. Fuck Hallmark. Dude, I seriously
there's-
just like
there's
now I'm all
Hallmark
wet
drama.
with Dr. Pepper Zero.
Hallmark Mystery, and then the regular Hallmark.
It does not. I mean, like Hallmark is like the biggest movie production company now, right? Like we just say
yeah.
that they're bigger
And the
than
majority of
Marvel.
It's all filmed in Canada.
Yeah, it's
Ew.
insane.
So
They've
this
got
is
the biggest. They've got the biggest fucking breaks over there.
feeling in over his head when it comes to being a single dad to twin 6-year-olds. Seth Webster is in desperate need of a nanny. Let's see what happens.
You weren't what I expected.
Who is this? Oh shit! It's him and her. It's Raymond's mother, and the guy who was a former teen heartthrob.
James Vanderbeek.
Yes.
America's most
Is that who that was?
I'm much more of a Casper Van Dien fan.
Surprise! Comes the story of one special lady.
She passed away.
Yeah.
She did. Yeah.
Who's here to turn
This was 8
everyone's
years
lives around.
You ain't seen nothing yet. Maybe you and I can.
You ain't seen nothing yet. I'm gonna show you how to use that dick, Sonny.
You ain't seen nothing
Doris
yet.
Roberts and James Vanderbeek star in Debbie Maycumber's Mrs. Miracle. Part of Countdown.
Dude, I'm sorry, but no guy and or no woman is gonna see a single dad with twins and go, "Yeah, I need to get with him." Sorry. What have we not? Let's see.
Like the way they decorate in these towns, the houses they live in. Like, no, this is not.
That's only like a 3-block section of any suburb.
Yeah,
That
This
does that.
This is Once Upon a Holiday, everybody. It's gonna be festive. Countdown to Christmas, one of the 12 original movies.
I didn't ask to be a princess.
What you do is very important. People depend on you.
Oh, we got a bunch of nobodies in this movie.
No, that first guy is actually from something.
Sure, she just went for a
But you don't know what.
Stop those guys!
Stop those. Really? That guy's a tough guy? That guy? His skinny
Stop
jeans.
those guys.
He was
I
really
think
hugging his balls to be a tough guy. You know what I'm saying?
I think the thief in this movie is the love interest.
Really?
I think so.
Well, we know he's not black because it's Hallmark.
Hey, we meet again.
Yes, we do.
Her fairy tale ending.
You don't know who she is?
No, you are a princess.
I've got no fucking idea who this bitch is, but I want to stick it in her.
Because if you're a duchess or countess or any of those, deals off.
Once upon a holiday.
Yeah, because your average
don't
dude's going to go,
understand.
whoa, if you're royalty, it's off, bro. Okay. That makes sense. Just in time for Christmas, everybody. 7 years ago.
Oh my God.
One of the 12 original pieces of shit.
Event starring Eloise Mumford.
No idea.
Crystal Davis,
No idea.
Christopher Lloyd,
Oh!
and
Hey!
we know him.
Oh, another Shatner.
Oh, the
Yeah.
Shat.
Look at that goatee they got stuck
I
to
know.
his face.
He looked like a fucking Billy Ghost.
Run for it, Marty!
You're marrying someone else.
Life moves on.
I just want to go back.
Just want to go back.
Marty.
I just want to go back.
Time for Christmas. Part of Countdown to
Can you please
It
get
was-
out of
it
my
just
Benny?
is-
Hana, you're hugging too much. Or at sushi place hugging each
What
other.
was
What
I
the fuck is that
thinking?
over?
1.21 gigawatts
Right. Christmas needs 1.21 gigawatts of happiness.
to light the fucking star.
Here's one, guys. Angels of Christmas. One of the 12 pieces of shit. Come on. Oh. Who we got? A bunch of nobodies. No idea. No idea.
I know who. You don't know who that is?
Who is?
Dad?
Who's the dad?
Is that who you're talking about, Giovanni? The dad?
Yeah, him.
Who is he from?
He looks very familiar.
He must be in like a Star Trek show or something, because I don't recognize him at
No.
all.
Which movie is this?
Angel of Christmas. It premieres December 1st, 7 years ago.
Jeez.
I think you may have missed the window. Some of the comments, there's only 3 comments. First time watching Angels of Christmas. I don't know how it is I haven't seen it before. I watched it on Hallmark this morning. It's a beautiful, heartwarming movie, and I love it. Thank you, Hallmark.
Barclay Hope?
What is
Yeah, he was in a sci-fi movie I've seen. It's an old sci-fi movie. That's how I recognize him.
Oh, he's in something that I'm watching now. Fire Country. Okay.
Oh,
Hey,
So he's still acting.
I smell Pulitzer.
He's still alive.
she's like, I smell Pulitzer, and the mother's like, no, that's me. I farted.
Still kicking.
A magical family heirloom.
You don't know me.
The angel's an heirloom, and it's magical.
Is this the only one with magic in it?
So far.
Probably.
I'll give you a guide to all things Yule log. You know what I mean?
Like that angel knew what she was doing after all.
I think she's.
Dude, it's about a haunted angel.
Angel of Christmas.
Essentially, yes.
That's fucking weird.
That's kind of creepy.
I just don't. Oh my god.
Don't worry, guys. Christmas at the Cartwrights is here to save us.
Christmas. At
Alicia
the
Witt stars in one of
Don't
the
know her.
12
Oh, we
new
all know
originals
her.
of
Oh, is she from The
Christmas.
Boys?
Alicia Witt, no.
What is she from? I don't recognize her. Her face looks to be melting by the second.
I think she was in Mad Men.
No, I haven't watched that show.
Stars in one
she
of the
isn't-
12 new originals of
Ah, new
I just
original.
heard that Cartwright's department store is hiring holiday help.
You made quite an impression on one of our department heads.
And by impression, you blew him in his office.
I'm not sure exactly why.
We should hire her.
I know why.
Really?
This season,
You want to go out with me sometime?
Sure.
this single mom is in store for love.
Why are they all fucking single moms? Why can't you choose men that don't leave you?
I remember her from Urban Legend. That's where I remember her.
Oh.
She was also in Justified.
She was, yes.
A big
She
character?
She was Wendy Crow, yeah.
Not a big character.
She was 10 episodes.
It's like it had like 60. Not big. It's one season character.
Each season, yeah, one season, yeah.
Yeah, but she was like the sister of Dewey or something, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Something like that. That's a great show.
Everything about
Better
me
than this
getting
shit.
that job sure turned out great.
We're gonna have a great Christmas, Mom.
Christmas at
Why are they
Oh my
why are they all
God, I
single
know.
mothers?
I know, like everyone we've seen.
Dude.
Jesus Christ.
All right, guys, this one's gonna be it. The Christmas note.
Honey, it's so good having you home.
I know how hard it is to miss.
In my
someone you
big
love.
house, it's so difficult.
Oh, that's the daughter
It's
from The
Emmanuel-
Sopranos.
Oh, yeah, Jamie Lynn Sigler. I can't remember her last part.
I just
She
know her
got
from
married.
Sopranos.
She got married afterwards.
Is he okay? He's on a second tour of duty.
He did.
There was an explosion.
My dad is on his second tour of duty killing those dirty Afghanis and something exploded.
You made a Christmas
He
wish.
did.
He has to come home.
He has to
This
come
is the
home.
start of something amazing.
Dude, wouldn't it be fucked up if he doesn't come home and it turns into the Snowman movie where he's just a
I was
fucking
about to say, he
disembodied
comes home
snowman?
as a snowman.
Oh.
You're
What would it
wrong.
be?
Dear Santa, I don't want to.
Dear Santa, bring my dad home from Pakistan.
All I want is my dad home. There's nothing like having someone who never let go.
Jamie Lynn Sigler.
Are they okay?
Christmas note.
I thought for a second they were gonna give it away in the trailer and show like the dad come home.
I
You guys
know.
want to see the shortest trailer I've ever seen? 9 seconds long, Mr. Christmas. Oh, never mind. It showed 9 seconds. It's actually 2-something seconds long.
Oh, Jesus.
Every
Look up a,
Christmas has a story promo.
These two co-workers share a past.
Oh, it's the college cheater.
Mm-hmm.
You're going.
I like him. He's from
You know how you are with
Hollyvale. You know how
What's
you
that,
are.
what's that sci-fi show with the Einstein?
yeah,
Oh,
with,
yeah.
with the
Seven?
town, with the town, Eureka.
Eureka, yeah.
Eureka.
I
There you go.
love
Very
fucking
lovely.
Eureka.
Yeah, Eureka's great.
He actually does the Whirlpool commercials now
Christmas has a
as
story.
the
He
the
does,
washer
yeah,
and dryer.
as the washer and dryer.
What do you want me to look up?
Look up a modern. Like,
Real quick
what is
too.
what does one of these look like from today?
Okay,
Yeah,
let
real
me
quick
see.
too. Just so you know, Alicia Witt was the little sister from fucking Dune.
In the original?
Oh,
She was the one that at the end that
You're-
says,
You're fighting it. She's not that big of an actress.
no, I know, but I'm just saying. I didn't know she went back that far.
Okay.
She does a lot of shit.
Not only do they don't even have, these are actual movies.
Jesus.
Like, I don't even think, these aren't even paid for.
Yeah.
These are just, you can watch them on YouTube till your fucking eyes bleed.
Oh my
So
God.
Peacock must be owned by YouTube because Peacock also has them.
All right, so 2022, let's see what we got. Destination Christmas. That's a really long, okay, here's one of the 30-second ones. This was posted a month ago. Preview, A Maple Valley Christmas. Why is it named after syrup?
I just have some news to share.
This Christmas deal.
Dad, looking good.
Lean on them.
You know I'm dying, son.
Lead on them.
Well, it's It's still rich white people.
It's horses
and horses.
Fuck. B-level actresses.
Tell my dad it's a no-go. You're throwing away this deal.
It's the same shit.
When I'm with
Yeah.
8, 9 years later, it's the same tempo.
Oh my god.
That's insane. All right, here's one. This one was 2 months ago. This one's a Jolly Good Christmas. Wow, it's
Ooh, that's
louder.
loud.
They put some.
Oh cow.
Do you understand that when you go, that's loud, you go loud. You don't need to get louder just because it's loud. It's got budget. Look at this animation. They didn't have that animation. The other animation was done in PowerPoint. This is real animation.
You're giving a gift card to your new girlfriend.
Oh, is that? Who is
she's
that?
She's from a bunch of different things, but one of them was a USA episode right around Bird Notice.
Oh, okay. Now that's not Deadpool's wife, is it? Not the same chick, right?
No, that's
Vanessa?
not the same.
Okay.
No.
Dude, that guy is so knockoff John Krasinski.
A simple request. I need to find
Look at him. He looks like he tried out, he auditioned for the role of Jim, and they said no.
This whole trailer's been eyebrow so far.
So once again, she is not white, but he is very white, and they're in a big, expensive store.
Yeah,
mall
there's.
thing.
This is Pretty Woman.
They're in
Oh,
London.
she's a gift whisperer.
What the fuck is a gift whisperer?
What is
You
that?
go to
even
her to
mean?
get her to buy the gift for you.
Sometimes all it really takes is one.
So she's
buys the perfect
Indian or
gift.
Pakistani or something.
on Hallmark.
Okay, so they diversified a bit.
Yeah, but then we see this trailer, and it's nothing but white. Loud again. Fuck.
Yeah, these are.
Sneak peek!
Maybe they want you, and you just have to believe in yourself.
Oh my god, the curls, the
What?
double stack kitchen. Look at like what?
Who is editing these trailers?
They don't want Jen. Have you met me? They want Jen T.
You know, there is a reason
that-
why in movies and television you see people take a bite, but they're never chewing food.
Yeah.
Is that Michael
because-
Caine?
Who?
Michael Caine, you can barely understand what he's saying under the
That's because she's got her fucking mouthful of a cookie or some shit.
Successful business.
And another thing, what kind of sneak peek is this?
Inspirational.
There's no
Is
context.
it's literally
there's
just
no
a,
like.
Oh, you're right. It's literally just a scene.
Yeah.
Like a random fucking scene.
I don't understand.
There's Violent Night, which we're not going to play that because Universal Pictures
Universal's gonna
is
strike you.
cunts. That's right, everybody. Say it with me. Universal is cunts. I hope you were saying it at home in front of your children.
Make sure you put the thing that says cunts.
Mean One is not a Hallmark movie.
Jeez.
Why is there so much like a royal? Oh Jesus, Jen would watch this garbage. A royal
Does she watch
corgi-
Hallmark movies?
No, but it's got a fucking
Okay.
dog in it. Why is there so much British Hallmark shit now?
They're moving.
Oh,
out of
dude,
Canada.
I'm looking at the screen and it looks trippy as fuck because of the green screen filter and the grass. The dog is just like running on a different
Oh,
plane of
shit,
existence
yeah.
right now.
No, it's all burnt grass.
It's awesome. Look at it.
It's
It
a
looks so
volcano.
fake. It looks so fake because they're outlined by the green. Oh my god! It's like,
so true.
hey, we're seeing where they actually filmed it. The fucking soundstage. Come on, mate. You're my favorite corgi. Come back, dude. It's so trippy what it's doing to the grass.
He named his dog Mistletoe.
And then you told him come back.
What a stupid name.
Yeah.
All right, these sneak peeks are getting on my fucking nerves. Like we don't just here we go. Oh wait, this is their trailer for the Christmas channel in their Christmas shit on the channel. I think.
Do you know how many people would give any?
Oh no, it's an actual movie. Never mind.
Christmas movie filmed in their hometown.
I'll see you around town, I hope.
See you around town, and then I'll bend you over the mailbox.
Christmas movie.
You are the king of Christmas.
She's a single mother.
Popular guy. What can I say?
They ended up.
Not only that, I love how every Hallmark movie is about people with money struggling around Christmas.
Yeah, white people with money can't find love. Welcome
I
to
just
Hallmark
like-
Christmas.
How will I ever survive this Christmas?
Do you
with all
like
this
movies like
money?
Christmas Vacation? Because this is nothing like that movie. Kimberly Susted. What a dumb name.
John Brotherton.
He's a movie star. When are you gonna?
And also,
Brotherton's not.
all of the dudes in these movies have the same fucking haircut.
They do. Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah, I think we may have. Let's see. We've hit okay, so Long Lost Christmas. This one's from a month ago. Back to the OG. fucking stock fucking intro. Stock music in the trailer.
Fries are done. Ding, fries are done.
Well, you want to know why I know that's stock music? Because I can use that in my software.
Would you like an apple pie with that?
That's insensitive nowadays.
Hey, nobody said that.
Everybody does.
Christmas discovery.
But same haircut.
You're still here. Unfinished business?
Same haircut. There's a bald dude for once, but he's old, so he's got to be bald. I've just been sitting here masturbating on the bench.
There's a cabin. There's a cabin in every one of these fucking movies.
Dude, I want to take Hallmark trailers and turn them into mini horror movie trailers.
That would be hilarious.
Just splice in fucking Saw footage, cabin in the woods footage. Boy, was Brittany Snow a porn star, or does she just have a porn star name? I thought there was a porn star named Brittany Snow, but I never paid attention to names. Okay, so somebody actually made an every Hallmark movie ever trailer, which 2 years ago we can make one. It'll be popular.
Is this the same Brittany Stowe's from?
Pitch
that
Perfect?
is. That's so.
X?
She's from
X.
Pitch Perfect.
Yeah,
and
and
X.
But she's an actress, right? She didn't do
She's
porn.
an actress.
Yeah. She's never done
she
porn.
didn't. She was
I
an
don't believe
X.
so.
I think she has a nude scene in
Yeah,
X.
yeah, no. She's got a porn star's name.
Yeah, she just has a.
I don't know. So this is a preview. So this would be the Holiday Sitter. I'm gonna call it the Holiday Shitter. Same haircut.
22 hours and 4 minutes. Are you asking me to?
He looks like knockoff Carl Urban.
It does.
The best Christmas plans fall apart in the best possible way.
Was she just making him sniff her finger?
Here we have a stupid single man not knowing a single goddamn thing about children because he's that stupid. But we're gonna leave our children with him. And yes, she did make him sniff her finger, which is a weird thing to have happen.
We're your family's neighbor.
Jason's great with kids.
I just need someone to help me until I get the hang of things.
Oh, is this a gay love story?
But again, it follows the same formula.
It is. Same formula. Both literally.
Just because you change the gender doesn't mean that they're
it's
not
a different
rich.
story.
They're all
They're not
rich.
white.
They don't have real problems. Literally, if you're rich and in your 30s and your biggest problem is you need to find love, you don't have real fucking problems.
No,
You
the
just
problems,
don't.
they don't know how to interact with a child too.
You know, did you guys see the trailer for that movie Bros?
Yes.
We're done with the trailers, by the way. I don't know how many more we have, so I actually kind of want to watch it. Because it doesn't look like it's poorly written. It's just a gay comedy.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's on Paramount or Peacock.
yeah, one of them. I actually kind of want to watch it because it looks like it's pretty well written. I don't hate Billy Eichner either.
No, he's
Billy
good
on the
actor, but it
Street
does look
segments
really
were funny.
good.
I of course don't agree with him blaming the fact that because it's all straight people's fault for the movie failing in theaters, and it's like you made a gay love story. Why do you think straight people would flock to see it? I mean, not that you shouldn't. I'm just saying, like, you didn't make it for the straight crowd. You made it. You know what I mean?
This is a WNBA situation. That's what this is.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
All those.
Funny's funny. If it's funny, it's funny. But
Yeah.
like, you can't blame straight people for not flocking to go see your movie about nothing but gay people. You know what I mean?
This is those same people those same women who are like, support women for whatever. But you don't see anybody going to the WNBA and filling their stadiums and like
women don't support the WNBA. So why is anybody else like? That's the thing is if anybody at all ever runs their mouth to you about the WNBA or the women's soccer team, ask them to name 4 players.
Yeah, no, nobody knows any of
I know one, Brittany Grenier. That's it. Like, ask them to name their favorite 4 in the entire league.
Everybody knows one.
Yet I don't watch basketball.
Do they know her?
Giovanni doesn't watch basketball. Alex doesn't watch basketball. I guarantee you can name 4 basketball players from the entire league. For the NBA.
Yeah. Even to this day. I could
like, you can name classic players in the Jordan era and modern eras. But that's a concept of where they're trying to apply equal pay to equal output. And it doesn't make any sense. It's incorrect.
I just read today that Michael Jordan's son and Scottie Pippen's daughter might be dating. That's a weird fucking thing.
Well,
Which
no,
is
I mean,
weird.
if they had moments where they were good friends, they saw each other as kids and stuff, presumably. So it's not crazy weird.
Yeah, because according to how everything is, Scottie Pippen is not a very likable person now. Like even back then, he
you were a
wasn't very-
great basketball player, and your career was overshadowed by a greater basketball player. It is what it is. I mean,
That is true. That is true.
you would imagine there would be some hostility and resentment from, like, as good as Pippen was,
his migraines took him out of the game too much.
Well, in people's
His headaches and
minds,
shit, and-
Pippen would, in I'd say the most of your mainstream, like people who didn't live in Chicago, Pippen wasn't Pippen without Jordan. But you can make the argument that Jordan wasn't Jordan without his supporting cast of Pippen and Rodman at one point, and
Steve Kerr, the fucking shortest white guy on the Bulls.
Yeah, so like, I can understand resentment being Scottie Pippen of like having an established basketball career, but it being hindered by Jordan being that much better than everybody.
There's a documentary. I'm not a basketball fan, but there's a documentary on the Jordan, Pippen, Rodman era, and it's really fucking good. And it dives deep into that.
Isn't that the last three titles of theirs too? Because Rodman wasn't with them for a lot of them.
Yeah.
The last three-peat.
No, I remember. I'm
it's
sure
crazy.
you guys remember how crazy that era was. Like
Oh,
that
it's
was
insane.
like that's when I watched basketball, and you would wait to see what color hair Rodman had that night,
Yep.
and that was
It
a
was
fucking
insane.
movement.
Whether he was going to show up in a wedding dress or not.
Yep.
Well, then Rodman got into acting, and then he got into WCW, and now he's just a
And
mess
that's the
of a
thing,
human.
like that era.
And he
you
bought
had
Excalibur downtown Chicago.
you had gamblers, cross dressers, shit talkers, and nobody gave a shit about any of it. It was just to see those four guys come on the stage, center stage. It was insane.
Not to mention that time in the league, people, they were still violent when they played.
Yeah.
Like that back then, they were still rough shits. Like the early Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe, those eras, they were still rough shits. Like LeBron James gets looked at and he cries. He could never have cut it with the old school players.
This year was the game where he walked off because he didn't feel like it was going his, like, what the fuck?
Dude, in the old days, they would have beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have gotten the opportunity to be as good as he is because they would have roughed him the fuck up.
Off, you said?
Yeah.
So
did he go like this too when he was walking away?
I don't know, but he walked off. The game wasn't even done. And he fucking like, I'm just done. I'm like, what?
Microphones picked up. Fuck this, mommy! Mommy, they're not letting me win tonight! Shout out to another moronic Blockbuster employee.
Oh, shit.
I'm not going to name him. He actually streams. You can see his bald ass nightly.
And if you go back and watch the shorts, you'll get a good shout out in there, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so I when we were playing, I was sheerly having fun trolling that poor kid. And I got him so mad. He was beside himself. He didn't know how to respond to it. Like, because in his head, he's probably going, this dusty ass old man is fucking getting me.
Well, he got mad at me at first because I shot him a couple times. And then he took off and I couldn't find him.
Well, he gets the worst in it because I opened fire on his ass and Fabian finished the job.
I think the way they did in the proximity chat was the best.
It is the
thing I've
best
ever
addition
had.
to the game. I will say their Rocket League ripoff is trash.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It controls shit. Also, if you play Rocket League, you can't jump in it. So it throws off the entire play style.
Well, you know what? They're not the only ones because Fortnite did a Rocket League ripoff and it's not very good.
I will say Overwatch has done it best with their Lucio Summer Olympics, which is where you bounce.
So they have one too.
So Lucio Summer Olympics is awesome because you're bouncing it because Lucio's the healer with the bounce move. You're playing Rocket League /soccer with those players bouncing the ball back and forth, and it gets fucking crazy. It gets chaotic, and it's a lot of fun. And they did it right. It's Overwatch, but it's also another thing. You know what I mean? I feel like the Call of Duty thing is like it's Call of Duty jank with a soulless copycat of Rocket League. As a Rocket League player, I was able to enjoy my time playing it, but as a gamer, I have to say to keep a conscience that it's shit. It's fucking shit. The game is kind of shit at this point, to be honest.
By the end of our Warzone soccer thing, I was actually getting into a groove of figuring out how this shit works.
Well,
And
the problem is
I was able to score more goals and shit.
The turning makes no sense. Like, it just... mod me so
Hey, Nikki.
I deleted it. I reported it, but
Just
unfortunately,
left it on. Yeah.
it doesn't auto delete them. So now, also, I have to figure out mods on YouTube.
It doesn't auto delete when you report?
No. So that shit, I mean, maybe if I go into my actual the YouTube page, I need to figure out, how are you doing, lady? I need to figure out how to add mods to YouTube, because we just really kind of started the whole, you know, streaming not too long ago on YouTube again. There's got to be a way for me to go in and edit it from the actual live stream on YouTube. I got to go to the YouTube studio, is that it?
Hey, Nikki, do you still have Brothers Bond? Are you still doing your little drinky drink?
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure if I can go in and actually fucking, like, live stream remove the comments. Let's see.
That's so weird. Like, if you report it, I figured it would just...
Yeah, that's the thing is, in my little chat box, it deleted it, but it must be staying up
It's
in the
still
comments on the live
chat,
stream.
Yeah.
The thing is, let me see if I can. See, now it's not showing me any fucking comments. Kidding me?
Shit.
Like I'm looking at the live stream right now. Okay, there's comments. Let's see if I can remove them from here. I can. Okay. Nikki, I will figure out. I gotta figure out how to get Gen mod. I gotta figure out how to get everybody modded on.
Oh
the
yeah,
channel.
yeah, it's deleting them.
Not,
yeah, they're going.
So I can remove them straight from the YouTube chat, but apparently, if I'm using Streamlabs doesn't have the capability for me to remove them, so they should be gone now.
Okay.
It's
That's so
going.
crazy.
We did a review on a low-budget horror movie. Next week is going to be fun.
There's no interrupting us, Nikki. We don't fucking follow a line.
Yeah, no.
Follow a line of blow. Yeah, right. I don't have money for blow.
It's too expensive.
We have money for bumps. Not
It's all those people in the fucking Hallmark holiday shows.
You gotta just hope that there's some residue on the hooker's ass at the end of the night, because you don't have money left. Next week will be fun. We are going to be doing Santa Claus 3. We're not going to be doing a full review. We'll be giving our consensus out of 5 on it and talking a little bit about the franchise altogether, because we will be reviewing the new series, the Santa Claus series. It wrapped up, I believe, 2 days ago, the 14th. So all episodes should be available. I will say I'm a little disappointed. We'll go into this next week. Little disappointed at the length of the episodes.
Yeah, I can't believe they're only 30 minutes.
30 minutes is not enough, because it is a good show. It's well written so far. I think we're 3 or 4 episodes in. And we've actually been sparingly watching them because there's not a lot of content to it.
Was it 30 minutes and only 8 episodes?
Yeah.
Episodes?
Yeah.
Yeah, like...
Which, don't get me wrong, it's a 4-hour-long movie, but, like, when you think series, you know, like, my thing is, that's the second series they've made another mistake on in the half-hour format.
Well, not
the first
only
one
that,
being She-Hulk.
The modern format, yeah, is like 45 to 50 minutes an episode.
If you want to be
That's the
taken
standard.
seriously, yeah.
Yeah.
I heard people are complaining about the Willow reboot or Willow.
See, that's the thing is,
I heard that too.
Reviewers reviewed it high marks, but fans say it sucks dick.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I have to watch the original first. I don't know why fans hate it though. I've stayed away from it.
Have
because,
you not watched the original or no?
Oh, I've seen the original.
Okay.
I haven't seen it in over a decade. Like, I have never watched it with
Yeah.
Jen, and we've been together 14 years in March.
Well, my wife bought me the actual Blu-ray last year for Christmas, and
Nice.
By the way, I was looking on Peacock. It was either Peacock or Paramount. I think it's Peacock. Scroll down into their genres. They have an entire 4K section. And it's pretty full of movies. Like, I was surprised on the amount of content. It's either Peacock, I'm pretty sure it's Peacock, may have been Paramount, but in there, like, when you're looking through the genres, one of them is 4K, and they've got to have 50 movies.
I'm gonna check that out.
Like, it's a pretty decent amount. So if you're looking for...
Is that the only one who... Because I know HBO does it.
Well, they do 4K, but they don't necessarily advertise how many movies they have, and you would figure they've only got the new ones that are hitting the streaming service in 4K, but that's not true. Like, there's a lot of movies on there that were on 4K for a while, and they now have the transfers of them in 4K.
Oh,
I was
nice,
surprised to see the amount of titles they had for a streaming service. Like, you would assume that modern TV shows and movies that hit the streaming services will be in 4K, but they have a decent backlog of other 4K titles. I was surprised.
Okay.
Check out the Big Four if you have interest, but it's a weird one, man. And it's a lot of reading.
I want to see it. I want to see
It's on Netflix, by the way.
One thing that was brought to my attention this week was an Alex Skarsgård movie, or Eric Skarsgård. Sorry. That Hidden in 2015, he made a movie called Hidden.
Who the fuck is Eric Skarsgård?
Isn't that fucking Eric? Whatever his name is.
Well, there's Stellan is the father. You've got Eric is Eric from True Blood is you said his name initially properly.
Was it Alex Skarsgård or whatever?
Something like that, because I know he's got the younger
Alexander
brother.
Skarsgård.
Yeah, Alexander Skarsgård.
So
then you've
one.
got the younger brother who is Pennywise and is in the Crow
All
reboot.
right, so Eric from True Blood, he was in a thing called Hidden, which was basically like something happened where people were attacking they were trying to attack some kind of
It's a sci-fi horror.
Yeah.
It's a family takes refuge in a bomb shelter
and then
to
they find
avoid
a bomb
a dangerous
shelter
outbreak.
nearby.
Fuck that! You want to see a movie that fucks with your head? Go watch The Divide.
Yeah, that movie.
That movie's dark as fuck. It's all about this group of people that are in an apartment complex after nuclear bombs have been dropped, and they just descend into madness. And it's got Michael Biehn, the one actor I don't know his name, but he's a good actor. It's a dark fucking movie.
Milo Ventimiglia.
Yeah, Milo Vagina. We're not going to say that name right.
Oh, the guy from
Heroes.
Heroes.
I like him from Grown Ups, where he just plays like the dumbass frat boy. So Jen and I watched what movie did we watch? Oh, so Saving Silverman.
Uh-huh.
My adventure of Saving Silverman took me down a rabbit hole because I knew there was an unrated version. I had seen it. It was the only version I wanted to watch. However, iTunes had it on sale for $5, and I figured, fuck it, because the only place I was able to find the unrated version was on like a Blu-ray on Amazon for like $15. So I took the chance and I bought it for $5, and iTunes lies. It is the rated R version. And I'm watching it and I'm going, why the fuck do I like this movie so much? And I realized why. It's directed by Dennis Dugan, who also directed the Grown Ups movies and a lot of Adam Sandler's goofy shit movies. And I love, when you guys get hooked up with iTunes again, let me know when you want to get logged in. It's the rated R version, and that movie is still, it's dumb, but it's fucking hilarious. It's just
Are we talking
dumb.
like Adam Sandler's golden heyday goofy shit movies?
So Dennis Dugan, you would know him as, in Happy Gilmore, the guy who runs the golf tournament that's Dennis Dugan. I believe he directed the movie Pixels. So he's been either producing or writing or directing Adam Sandler movies since his heyday. He's been involved. He directed Grown Ups 1, I believe, and 2. Dennis Dugan is one of the reasons why Adam Sandler has made such, and I love his movies. I love his movies. I really do.
Happy Gilmore, Big Daddy.
You gotta wonder, does he like have a little Adam Sandler thing for him?
Well, I mean, he likes to be able to print money, and that would be the thing I would be thinking of with Adam Sandler, who just announced a countrywide tour.
Oh my God, Happy Gilmore, Big Daddy, don't mess with the Zohan. Jesus Christ,
Yeah, he's like, Dennis Dugan's the shit. Like, anybody who likes the heyday of Adam Sandler needs to also say they like the heyday of Dennis Dugan, because he's behind it all. He is.
Holy shit!
He is the what was the guy that wrote all like the Paul Rudd and Knocked Up and all those? What was his name?
Oh,
you know who I'm talking about, though, the writer director of those.
He's married to what's her name? Yeah.
Well, yeah, he is essentially the guy for those movies. Like, he was the one behind Knocked Up and 40-Year-Old Virgin and all of those. And Dennis Dugan's the guy behind all of these, all of the Adam Sandler goofy shit. It's interesting. That's why
awesome.
Happy Madison is their joint production company. That's why every movie he does has the Happy Madison logo.
Okay, that makes more sense then.
By the way, if you've never
that's
seen
full
Pixels,
circle.
it's an awesome fucking movie. If you've never watched Pixels, it's on the Vudu in 4K. I encourage you to check it out. It's awesome.
Is that the gaming one?
Yes.
The
whole
When
concept.
video games come to the Earth?
They send a VHS tape in the 80s into space, so if aliens find it, they'll know humanity. Aliens take it as a message of war and decide to invade Earth as their greatest warriors, which is like asteroids and Centipede, and it's a fucking awesome movie. I don't care what anybody says. If you can sit down, if you need a movie to shut your fucking brain off, choose a Dennis Dugan Adam Sandler movie, and you can't go wrong. It's going to be dumb and goofy, but they're fun, and they're all feel-good movies. That's one of the other things, is they're all feel-good movies. Like, don't get me wrong, I like Adam Sandler's other movie, Punch Drunk Love. I like the Uncut Gems, except for the ending. But, like, You
That's
know,
a good
like
movie, though.
most of his movies are feel good movies, and they just hate
they-
on him for it.
Did they turn Uncut Gems into a series?
I believe so. I
Why?
believe there's a mini series. Yeah, it's not
no,
good.
if it was, it got greenlit for a second season.
Oh, it did.
If
What'd
it
you
was,
go-
if it was, yeah.
Did you guys hear the big controversy about HBO Max not only canceling Westworld but wiping it from the network completely?
Yeah, and also
if you
also
want
the
to
other
stream
one,
all 4 seasons, you better hop to it because they're purging it.
And
Don't worry, the
they're
Blu-rays will be
getting
on
rid of-
sale at Target soon.
They're getting rid of two big ass series that they had.
What's the other one?
That makes no sense.
Oh God, Hemlock Grove or whatever.
Oh, okay,
Hemlock
yeah.
Grove,
I never
yeah.
watched it, but I know of it.
But yeah, they're getting rid of that one.
That's
And-
part.
and
It's all
also
part of
they're-
the WB merger.
And they're going to
Dude,
change their name to Max instead of
that guy is
HBO Max.
fucking like,
well,
fucking purging with fire.
We've got more
everything.
disappointing news, everybody. If you haven't read, if you live in Iraq or something,
Henry
Cavill is no longer Superman. James Gunn has decided that what the audience wants after countless origin stories is another fucking origin story.
Young Superman.
No, he
I know
said
he's
it's not
a
an
fucking
origin
idiot.
story.
It is an
but it's
origin
another
story.
young
No, that's not what he said.
Superman.
He says no, it's not an origin story.
No,
young,
it's a young
Superman.
young Superman is origin.
Yes,
But that's not what James Gunn said, though.
Well, he's
But
an
that's not-
asshole.
Let's
yeah,
take his
he's
word
not-
for it.
James Gunn is not understanding what he's fucking saying because
He's
if
trying to
you say
justify
young
it.
Superman, it's an origin story.
So you're making the movie version of Smallville. Nobody wants that.
Yeah, no.
No, people want to see Superman destroy giant fucking aliens and supervillains.
Not only that, like you take him to fucking space already. Take
only
him
way-
to space. Like go powerhouse.
The only way I can see
Superhorse.
this being still keeping the same universe and everything going is if they use Flash for Flashpoint.
No, but they're not.
Where he changes.
No,
everything.
they cut.
No,
they
they're
cut
purging
his
everything.
scenes.
Yeah.
They brought
No,
him
but I'm
back
saying- I'm
to
saying 'cause everybody was saying that they-
refilm some cameos,
Yeah.
and then are gonna cut him out. It's it's stupid to get rid of everybody from that universe. Like some of them were really good, and he's just ruining it. I think the only thing he can't touch is the new Batman.
Well, no, but
No,
not,
they're
no,
not
no,
going to stick with new Batman.
no, they are. No, they are. He can't.
I'm
No,
gonna
no.
have to find it, but I think
the
they
Matt.
said
No, no,
It's
no, no,
not
no,
going
no,
to
no.
be part of the
No,
universe.
no,
he's
but that's
building.
the thing though. They said it maybe. Like they said that the Matt Reeves trilogy or movies won't be touched, but then another article said that they're also talking about including Matt Reeves as Batman in the universe, and then James Gunn comes out and says, "Oh, I'm also writing another Batman movie."
Yeah, he says it's not going to be a part of it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think we'll get the Matt Reeves Batman, but I don't think it will be part
gonna
of
Well,
the
no,
universe.
you're gonna get. If anything, they're gonna tie Joker and Matt Reeves Batman together, even though they already have a Joker in Matt Reeves universe, which is stupid. Not only that, they're Aquaman. God damn it! There's 3 movies they haven't released: Flash, Aquaman 2, and Shazam 2. And last reports is they're done. So you've got 3 movies on the shelf, and you're purging. There's no more Aquaman, by the way.
Dude,
Momoa's in talks to leave the role and then be Lobo. So what happens to your Aquaman 2? You're just gonna shit can it?
The guy who played Shazam at one of the conventions is like, I know them. They're my best friends. We're good in. So of course they're gonna keep Shazam in the new fucking lineup. And then he's like, nope, we're cutting
I
it
like
all.
Gunn's writing, but I think this idea of don't get me wrong, I understand staying away from the Snyderverse, but you could have done a Superman movie not set in the Snyder universe with Cavill. The concept of him coming at the end of Black Adam and wearing the traditional red, blue, and having the curl in his hair was to state, yes, he's still Superman, but it's going to be a different Superman. And then Gunn comes in and just fucking says, by the way, Gunn's Peacemaker isn't getting wiped off the earth.
No, it's still coming. Yeah,
So,
I
don't
know.
get me wrong,
coming back.
it's a great product, but at a certain the problem with this is he
But
has to
also,
deliver.
it didn't-
He has to give the audiences the greatest Superman origin movie you can. Otherwise, they're going to shit all over him, and that new DCU is going to be off to a poison start.
But the only thing
I don't
is-
want to
the
see
only thing
another
that ties-
origin though.
The only thing that little bit ties it, Peacemaker into that is the Justice League movies, and that's why.
Well, see,
They're
even
gonna
that, but
keep
even
it
that, theoretically, they're going to keep the Joss Whedon one then, and they would get rid of. But even that universe is dead now. Like that Justice League universe doesn't exist anymore. So how does Peacemaker exist? Well, it's in the Suicide Squad universe,
Well,
which
they-
existed in the
yeah.
Justice League universe.
But they made no reference to any of that after that.
I think the only person they're keeping is Gal Gadot.
Oh, nope.
That is it.
Nope.
Really? They're getting rid of her too?
So they were Gunn told her basically, from what I've read, that he wanted her to be Wonder Woman, but he didn't want Patty Jenkins to be directing and writing. He wanted to take over. Patty Jenkins threw a fit and quit, and he scrapped Wonder Woman completely.
Jesus Christ, dude, what is he doing?
I mean, here's the thing. They're hinging. They're doing the same mistake Star Wars did when they hinged Star Wars, the new ones, on J.J. Abrams. It's a big fucking mistake, and Gunn is talented, but A, he's egotistical, and B, he's got too much humor in his writing. You're gonna have a Superman that, if he, and like I said, if he doesn't produce one of the best Superman movies ever made, it's gonna be a real bad start for him, because they're already coming off of Black Adam that made $500 million and change and needed 6 something to break even,
which is available on HBO Max now.
Yeah, I do want to watch it, because I guarantee you it's a big dumb action movie. It's The Rock.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to get The Rock wearing a fucking cape with more CG than he's ever used. I'm okay with that. But when you have The Rock doing promo videos going, oh, the DC Universe has a new... You're right, it does have a new face. It's James Gunn, though, not you, dickhead. And he's ruining everything so far. He is shitting on everything. Which... Like I said, he's got to make a really goddamn good Superman movie. For
he does, and I can't believe they're gonna fucking like count on this one guy to.
Well, he's co-head, so there is another guy that's a head, but is he just a mouthpiece to go? Okay, Mr. Gunn, I'll continue licking your ass now.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what's going on.
That's the problem.
So it's Vince McMahon with all his fucking underlings.
Well, I mean, considering Gunn has come in and basically said, no, fuck the Snyderverse, everything it's ever touched is dead. Essentially is what he's doing.
I don't think it's just Gunn, though, because I know that studio has that company has wanted the Snyderverse like scraped from existence after they let him release it.
But they're so stupid they release his better version of a movie they produced.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
This guy's a piece of shit, but fans really love to seem to. I don't know, man. I think it's a mistake. I think James Gunn made a huge mistake letting go of Cavill. Reports are he's going to be doing 40K Warhammer next, but
yeah,
if Marvel's smart, you lock him in as Wolverine. You lock him in as Cyclops. Make sure he's on the Marvel side for the next 10 years. That's if you're smart. Because if you can't just give him, like, you can't. I was talking to Mike about this in the Discord. I don't think you can give Henry Cavill the rip-off Superman character in the DC universe, because there are those clones of Superman in the Marvel universe. You can't give that to him. You have to give him a mutant, like, you have to give him an X-Men. You have to give him a next big wave character that's going to be there. It can't be Mr. Fantastic. It's got to be somebody who's going to be in the fucking fold for a long time. Because why would he ever agree to be a character that has a one-movie arc? Why would he ever do that?
There's also no talk about Mr. Fantastic coming back.
Well, here's the concern, though, because everybody saw Thor, and they saw how shittily Christian Bale was treated, a real actor. So if you're Cavill, do you want to go to Marvel? And if you are going to Marvel, I guarantee you Cavill has standards of, like, no, it's got to be Cyclops, it's got to be Wolverine, it's got to be one of these characters, because I'm not coming in.
You have to stick to these standards. Don't fucking go.
Yeah, like, I mean, and if the rumors are true about The Witcher, which is he left the show due to creative issues, then he's got convictions. So that does give me a good feeling of, let's say he's going to be in a Warhammer 40K movie. Maybe he'll go, you know what, if this script doesn't shape up, I'm out. Like,
if he's in there, it's fine. But Warhammer 40K, that's a big movie. Like,
it's not about a single person either.
Exactly.
Like, none of it is. It's all about factions.
Yeah. That's going to be a difficult one to do.
Are you familiar with Edward James Olmos? The
Yeah.
actor. So he was in Battlestar Galactica, and he told them, he goes, the minute you start bringing little green aliens into Battlestar Galactica, he goes, I'm going to quit my fucking job. He goes, so is this going to be about man versus machine, or is this going to be like aliens? And they were like, no, we're going to do, you know, the thing. And he stuck it out to the end because they held true to his fucking, the way he saw Battlestar Galactica.
I still say beyond Event Horizon, one of the greatest space movies ever made is Galaxy Quest. I don't fuck.
The Galaxy Quest is pretty damn good.
Yeah. That movie's amazing. Okay, so I will say Callisto Protocol. One of the things I loved about it, from beginning to end, felt like Event Horizon.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Literally, as you go through the game, the walls are covered in blood and guts and all this shit. Like, I enjoyed the game. It has issues, but I enjoyed it. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap up for this week. Next week, we'll be back with us all four, as well as Jen. Once again, going over.
Next two episodes we're doing are going to be my favorite so far.
I'm
super excited for them.
Start watching we got what, 5? Because Jen's gonna pick one, so we're gonna have 5 movies to watch.
Okay.
Alex, I almost watched your movie the other night, but last night, but I found that weird movie that I watched.
Oh, the Gleam in the Q one.
Yeah, I was looking at it with a Christian Slater, man.
This week I watched Super Mario Bros. 3 times.
I'm waiting to watch it with Jen. It's only on like YouTube, right?
Yeah,
right?
The only thing my wife knows about Christian Slater is he's related to Kelly Slater, the surfer. And I'm like,
is he really?
The Philippines? Yeah. He's. I guess he's the brother of that's what she says. I don't know. I have never looked into it because I'm just gonna agree with my wife.
The next 2 episodes are fun. They're gonna be a lot of fun, and then I have on the schedule that we're gonna do something the 6th. We may just take a week off because after the new year, we're gonna be coming hard for Tarantino. We'll be doing 2 episodes a week with the 4 of us, and then 2 episodes a week with the 2 of us. Every episode with the 4 of us is going to be 2 Tarantino movies, except for the one with Hateful Eight, because that's like 4 or 5 parts and it's long. So we'll do one.
Do you want to do the movie or the show?
Well, it is the movie. They just broke it up for Netflix, but that's the one we're going to do.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I thought they added extra shit. And they filmed extra
they did add a little. They didn't film anything extra. He did add some stuff, but they actually did a really intelligent way of breaking it up. They took it and broke it up into an episodic, and then they added some material. It's vastly the same movie.
Which one?
Is it better? Because I've seen the movie, but I was wondering about the show.
Episodic. Well, like I said, it's the movie over episodes. So it's the same final product, but the episodic way to watch it, I think, is more enjoyable. Jen and I watched the episodic one a while back, and it's nice being broken up to episodes.
Okay.
But it's basically they took the movie, added a little bit of footage, and then just broke it up into episodes. I think it's like 4 episodes total, but it's the movie. That one, and then we'll be doing the Kill Bill franchise, Jackie Brown, Pulp Fiction, Reservoir Dogs, all of them. We'll be doing Death Proof. We've got 4 rooms in there. We've got Natural Born Killers. We've got True Romance. Anything that Tarantino's kind of touched in the past his career, we're gonna be going over. So we're gonna be hitting that hard. My plan for the 3 months after that is Marvel movies. Concept being we start from the beginning. And I know you've watched them over and over. I'm going through them now. Lewis has watched them over and over.
If we do that, please note none of the shows. I say we touch on the shows.
No
but
shows.
No, don't throw them in there.
I will say I don't want to watch Captain Marvel, but I am going to watch Eternals in the run-through with Jen because I'm curious. I'll let you know if we should review it or not, because I know you've seen it.
I hated it.
I wasn't really a fan of Eternals. I watched it.
But I'm thinking, all of Phase 1, all of Phase 2, Phase 3, everything except for Captain Marvel, probably not the Eternals, and then Phase 4, the 3 movies there actually are.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the plan, I think, for after we do the Tarantino, which is essentially 3 months of episodes is dedicated to Tarantino. We'll be doing that through March. And then after March, we'll be doing the Marvel movies. And then if something comes up in between that we, some new shit that we want to do, we'll be throwing those into.
Sweet.
But everybody, you have yourself a wonderful evening. Next week will be the Christmas episode. We're only doing it, 2 days before Christmas. It's the fucking Christmas episode. We look forward to seeing you guys there. Hopefully you have a nice week leading up to Christmas. I know usually people are a mix of stress and excitement for the upcoming holiday, that final week. And it's finally on a Sunday, which most people should have Monday off. So enjoy your week, everybody. Don't let the holidays kill you.
Unless you work retail.
Yeah, if you do work retail,
sorry.
I'm not going to let you use one of my guns, but I'm not going to chastise you for shooting people.